Hey everybody, Busy Showman here, and I'm back with another Snapshot video. Today guys, we are going to be doing something a little bit different for this Snapshot video. We're going to be splitting this video up into different sections. Section 1 being the new additions in the latest snapshots. The past 2 snapshots I'm going to be covering in this episode. The next section will be changes to stuff that has already been in Minecraft or to stuff that was already introduced in the snapshot so far. The next section after that will be all the cool tricks and new kind of things you can do with this new Minecraft version 1.9, and all these cool little tips and tricks that I have found out and I have learned from watching other people's videos and from messing around with it myself. So you will see all that in this video, and let's get started with the new additions. There are several new additions to this week's and last week's snapshots. One of last week's snapshots is a new type of potion, so of course you would get yourself some potions and you use gunpowder to make it into a splash potion. Now what you can do with the brand new item of dragon breath, which I'll show you how to get in a minute, you can now make with splash potions a brand new type of potion called the lingering potion. Now the lingering potion is really cool because what it does is it gets a region of effect. So every time, let's go into game mode S, every time you walk in here you will get healed, and it will slowly linger away. As you can see, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it finally dissipates. And yes, so something else that they changed in this new snapshot is with new potion effects and new particles, they do no longer cause a lot of lag. So if I just splash so many potions right here in this one spot and get all these particles, my frames will drop a little bit, but not as much as they usually would. As you guys see, I'm still running fairly smoothly with all these particles in the same spot. And if I walk through this, as you guys can see, I will get harmed by the harming potions, I will get speed, and I'll get strength. So just like that. So that is how the new lingering potions work, as they slowly dissipate until they disappear, like that. So those are the new lingering potions. They are pretty cool to get, and right here I'll show you guys how to get the dragon's breath in order to make these new potions. Now, some new additions to the ender dragon is with its dragon breath. They shoot out this dragon breath, which can now be used to pick up some new of the dragon's breath, and that is how you acquire the dragon's breath. And he shoots fireballs into the air that will summon, and it will make these little regions of effect that will damage you, which is also a new addition. And that is how you get yourself the new dragon's breath in this snapshot. Okay, on to the next thing. This is brand new as of it is technically last week's snapshot, but it came out last Friday instead. This is the brand new shields. Now, I have learned that they do have a crafting recipe. It is an iron, 3 wood, and 3 wool. I will demonstrate here by putting an iron here, and then wood next, and then the wool, which will give you a white shield. Now usually if you craft it in survival mode, it will make a damaged shield like this one. That is how it normally crafted, and of course like this one. Now also with this new shield, if you get yourself a banner, it has to be the same color as the shield. If this is a white shield, this is a white banner, which if you combine, it will make a shield with the design that you had on the previous banner. So just like that there, I have a shield. Now how the shields work, if I go into game mode S, how the shields work is if I right click here, he will not damage me. So I'm going to let this guy out, and I'm going to go in here, and as you guys can see, a lot less damage will be given. I will still light on fire, but he is giving a lot less damage than if he were to hit me on his own, which is a one-shot. So as you guys can see, that is pretty cool. Now next up in the brand new additions as of this week, guys, as of this Wednesday, the day this video is uploaded, there is a brand new snapshot which adds new command blocks, which is very exciting. There's the impulse command block, which is just a normal one that we've been used to. There is the chain command block, which I'll show you what it does in a second here, and there is a repeat command block. Now what the repeat command block does is kind of cool. If you do a command in here slash say hi, right, and it is set to repeat, if you get yourself a redstone block or any way to trigger this thing, if you put this here, it will start spamming it in the chat. So it will constantly repeat this command like that, and I'll do one more time. Hello. just for an example, and here we go. There it is. As you guys see, it spams it in the chat 20 times per second. So that's how the repeat command block works. Instead of having a chain of a bunch of command blocks or a redstone block placing and breaking really fast to make that repeating thing, then it will just use this type of command block, and it'll make things a lot more helpful for map creators and people who work with command blocks. Now, the impulse one is just like normal, just how it used to be, but the texture has changed a little bit to have an arrow. So if there is another command block, say this chain command block, next to it, the arrow will be pointing in that direction. So as you guys see, the arrow is pointing this way, so that means if you put a chain of these command blocks and you ignite them like this, you have to ignite these chain ones for them to work. So if you do /say hi on all of these, okay, so I've changed them to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you make this one say ready, and yeah, ready, and then it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you ignite this one, as you can see, it goes in that specific order. As you can see, there's an exact specific order. It did it right away, so it had no break. But if you light it again, as you can see, it'll go ready 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As if I were to change this to a 6, and then I do this again, there you go. The 2 has now changed to 6 in that exact order. So that is what the chain command blocks do. It just goes in an order where the arrows are pointing, and if you light one command block, wherever the arrow is pointing, this command block will be lit next. So that is how the new command blocks work. I'm no expert in commands, guys, so go check out other videos. If you are a command block person and you work with command blocks quite a bit, you might know already how to do this, and if you want to learn, go to someone else's channel. I am not the one to work with command blocks. I have done a little bit of stuff, but I'm no expert. And also, one more new addition that has been made to this week's snapshot is the new AI for mobs. There's a lot of optimization improvements. So like server-wide, if you're in a server, performance should be a lot better, according to the Mojang people. And I do not have a server in which to test that with. So I might do that in the future with either a parkour map with Beasto or someone else, and yeah, so we will test that at a later date. But this is also the first snapshot that has added combat. So as you can see here, if I go inside of this little pen, and if I get myself the shield, do another example with a nice skull shield. If I fly my way inside of this place right here, and if I go into game mode S, there we go. As you guys see, every time he hits me, let's see if he hits me. Come on, hit me. He lifts his arm and he swings down. So it is a little bit buggy. As you can see, it could do that. So yeah, there is a new little AI to certain mobs. This is one example of the zombie swinging his arms up and down trying to hit you. And it looks like he's pretty glitched right now. This is a snapshot, guys, so don't expect everything to be perfect. And as you guys see, no shield, 2 hearts damage, shield, and he does half a heart. So yeah, game mode C. That is all the new additions for what I know of. There might be more in this little snapshot, this brand new one that just came out today, if I didn't miss anything. But for the most part, is the new command blocks and the new AI and optimizations. So now let's head on to the changes. Now, the changes have been made to trapdoors and glass panes and iron bars, and a new little look for this little ender gate thing. So some of the new changes for trapdoors is they don't need to cling onto a block. So if I place a block here, place a trapdoor here, and break it, it can float now, which is very helpful. You can make a lot of cool things, like this little dog cage. It looks like my dog despawned, or he teleports me. I don't know where my dog went, but this could be a nice little dog pen for you. You can make your dog sit down in here. You can push him in. I hear my dog. I just don't see my dog. But yeah, you can make cool little chairs like this one, and you can make a bunch of stuff like parkour. So this does make some cool little changes. As you can see, I have a little wall of trapdoors without clinging onto any blocks. So this could be very cool for different types of things. As you guys can see, it kind of works as like a little half slab wall. If you ever wanted a little bit of a wall that isn't thick, a very thin wall, this could definitely work for you. And it also does work with iron trapdoors, but the only thing with iron trapdoors is it needs to be triggered by redstone. As you guys see, I made a cool little pool here, and yes. So now on to the little glass panes. Now, glass panes is now changed into a rod when it's into a normal position. So now it no longer does a little cross thing like it usually does. Same with the iron bars. So now you can have these cool little like rod things, kind of like the ender rod. And with this little ender gate, as of last snapshot, I believe it did change the texture to be different than the end portal. So here it is, the new little ender gate thing. And if you go on it, of course, there's a little yellow beacon that pops out of it. But yeah, now onto the new changes and cool little tricks that you can do with these snapshots. Okay, so one of the first things that you can do that I found out is you can make cool little staircases with these end rods, which is very cool and very, very, very helpful for some builds that you want to look different, but you also want to include these end rods and have lighting at the same time. So that is one cool trick. Another cool trick, as you guys already saw, is these new chair things that you can do with these trap doors. You can make a whole bunch of new things: walls, little dog pens, chairs, and even swimming pools, which is my favorite by far. Another cool thing you can do is with beacons. As you guys see, I have this beacon setup, and here in the middle you can see the color is changing, but you don't see any glass. Now down here is the old way. If you wanted to change colors, these would usually connect and all that stuff, right? So I have this cool little design here. Now what you can do, if you look under cover, behind the scenes, if you break all these iron blocks here, you'll see that I have used these new glass pane rods, so you will be able to see the beacon, which will cover these little new glass pane rods. So what I've done here is I've done a spiral of colors, 3 at a time in rainbow formation, all the way up to the build height. So once you place these iron blocks back down, this will light back up, and you can make some cool new colorful beacon designs like this one here in the middle, which I think is probably one of my favorite cool new tricks that you can do in this snapshot. Another cool trick you can do with last week's snapshot is you can make a bunch of new types of parkour. As you guys can see, I am jumping on end rods right now, and it makes it a lot more tricky because it is skinnier and it also can go vertical, which makes it really cool. Right now I'm jumping on the new glass pane rods, which as you guys see is a lot harder. It's kind of like fences, same as the new iron bars. It's kind of like fences, but it's a lot skinnier, which makes it a lot harder than even the end rods. Right now I'm jumping up, as you guys saw earlier in the video, the new trapdoors. And here is the dragon head. So if you jump on the nose of the dragon head, you will fall right through and you will be dead. As you guys saw in last parkour that I did, which was a couple of days ago, so go check that out. As you guys can see right now, I'm trying to get hit by a shulker, which is being a little bit difficult, but this can levitate you up to your next area, and you can try to avoid getting hit by new shulker shots as it gets fired at you like that. Now that is going to wrap up this week's brand new snapshot and last week's snapshot that I did not cover because there was not enough stuff, but there was a lot of awesome stuff in both this week's and last week's stuff combined to make this video, as you guys enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button and you subscribe for more, but that is not it, guys. As always, there is some changes in these snapshots and there is some new additions, but there's also some changes that have gotten rid of some old Minecraft tricks that we had before. So here is a little bit of a reel of some of the things we have lost this week. There you go, guys. That is it. Rest in peace, glass pane and iron bar parkour, the old style with the old snapshots and the old versions of Minecraft. Rip that parkour. But we have brand new parkour and brand new stuff in these Minecraft snapshots that has replaced it and is well enough. I will be doing a video soon about the new combats in Minecraft 1.9 that has been added in this week's snapshot, as well testing it and seeing if it is good. So if you guys want to check that out, that will be out in the next couple of days once I can get someone on to do a little bit of PvP with the brand new shields and the brand new 1.9. So that will be very, very, very soon. Maybe even in Collecting Minecraft in 2 days. That could be the time when me and Beasto test out the brand new combat feature. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys slap the like button and you subscribe for more snapshot videos in the future, testing all the brand new 1.9 features. See you guys then. Goodbye.